Hi. Hi, YouTube friends. How are you today? I'm Dr. Erin. You have made it to my Emergency Health Fix YouTube channel. I don't have a whole lot of subscribers here on the YouTube channel because I don't really keep that much public information on this channel. You will, there's a nice little self-assessment that I keep public. So to the question of like, do you need me or how healthy are you? You can take that little nice self-assessment. Most of my stuff here on YouTube is hidden. So I have actually hundreds and hundreds of videos on YouTube that are available to my Emergency Health Fix live crew. So my live team has access to those things and they can kind of tune in and listen to them anytime, sort of like podcast kind of thing. So if you want access to more of my free education, you can certainly have it by signing up with me. I thought I would talk to you on YouTube today simply because this platform plays a little nicer than other platforms and I can share it out because I have a big event that's coming up. But if you want to know more about what I do, get more free education, this is really not where to find it. You're going to find it on my website. So my website is emergencyhealthfix.com. I put it there in the chat. So, and if you want to ask me questions about anything that I'm talking about or anything that's coming up with Small Business Saturday, please put it in the chat and I'll try to take a look at that and answer it for you. Otherwise, I'm just going to kind of answer some of the general questions that I've been getting. So when you go to my website, emergencyhealthfix.com, there's tons of free education there in the blog. Make sure to sign up for the email. So if you're my email subscriber, you won't miss anything. Okay. And speaking of not missing anything, okay, I'm here today to tell you about the biggest event that I have going on for the year. So I'm going to try to make this an annual thing. And I'm still a small business. So we are going to be doing this on Small Business Saturday. On Small Business Saturday, I have a one-day only event where I will be offering my signature program, which is called Accelerator. So this is everyone's favorite program. And typically I charge about $300 per person to do the program for 21 days. It's a 21-day text-based program. So it really happens on my app. And I have an app that was created by my husband that allows us to talk back and forth the entire time. So it's an interactive type app. Okay. So what do you get when you sign up for Accelerator? So on that Small Business Saturday, I mentioned it's normally $300. On this Saturday, in 3 days, it's going to be $99 or less to people that bring teammates, because the more people you sign up, the less it will be for you. So it will be as low as $80 for some people that want to sign up for a team on that day. Okay. So what is Accelerator, first of all? That's the biggest question that I get. What is Accelerator? Accelerator, like I said, it's a 21-day text-based education program. So for your $99 or less, what you get is, number one, a medical assessment from me. So I am a real physician. I am an ER doctor. And now I do this kind of preventative health right from my desk. So through email, through Zoom conversations, if you prefer, we will discuss your health. We'll discuss your medications. We'll discuss any type of problems you've had in the past with weight gain or weight loss, your preferences in terms of food and that kind of thing. We'll discuss all of that prior to the major program starting. So when you guys sign up on Small Business Saturday, my medical screenings are going to be going on all through December. The program that you sign up for on Small Business Saturday doesn't actually start until January. So this is like your New Year's resolution. When you sign up on Saturday, you are signing up for the future you. It's going to help the future you. After all the holidays, after all the cookies, we're going to start this program that's going to get you healthy. Okay, so first of all, you will get that medical assessment. Then you'll be thrown onto a team. And on the first day of the program, you will meet your team through your phone. And that day you'll just say hello and we'll get all connected. Your team is all anonymous. You don't need to worry about who knows you and who sees you. Nobody sees you. And nobody knows your medical business except for me. Everything is kept confidential in terms of the medical problems that you are tackling and how much weight you're tackling and whatever it is that you're trying to work on. So all of that is confidential. But when you start to get educated, you're going to be working with a team. And the nice part about that is everybody is trying to learn from one another as well as from me. So you get to see what your teammates are doing, what they're putting on their plates. We'll exchange a bunch of recipes, and we're always back and forth with pictures. I will have my accelerator clients be at a restaurant because I'm with you on the go. I'm in your phone. And I'm live, so I'm with you all the time. Usually I'm answering your questions within minutes. So I will have accelerator clients sitting in a restaurant, snap me a picture of the menu and say, what would you order? And that's happened more than a dozen times. So that kind of thing is possible through the program. So you'll get the support of your anonymous teammates. You can get to know each other as much as you want to and let your teammates know as much about you as you want to. You'll get 21 days of education. So that means I'm going to begin by teaching you about a low carb diet, which means I'm going to teach you about where the sugar is in your diet and how to start cutting the sugar out. And if you think that you know a lot about a low carb diet, I'm probably going to prove you wrong. Okay. So it's not just about cutting out pastas, cutting out sweets. Yes, it is all those things that you think. But you're not going to have to do that forever. I'm going to teach you how to put those things into your life strategically and teach you about when to eat them and when not to eat them. So you're going to learn, first of all, what to eat, how to avoid excess sugar, the sugars that you don't even know that are there, how to avoid those. Then we're going to talk about why to eat certain times, how you're going to eat certain times, when you're going to eat certain times. So all of these things and how to manage your hunger actually through the food choices that you make. And along the way, we're going to touch on a lot of things. So we're going to talk about exercise. How is it hurting you and how is it helping you? We're going to talk about stress. How is it hurting you and how is it hurting you, right? Stress is only hurting you. So we're going to talk a lot about stress management. We're going to talk about improving sleep. So all those touch points for your health, we're going to talk about as a team. And I'm going to present to you the science of how to change a lot of those things. So there's no gimmicks. There is no expensive supplements. There are definitely no shots. But you do need to stick with it over time. And sticking with it is hard. Sugar is an addiction. And it's that addiction which is ruining your health. It's creating your metabolic syndrome. It's creating your overweight. It's creating your prediabetes. It's creating your high blood pressure and all the metabolic diseases that we associate with those problems. So the high cholesterol leading to heart disease, stroke, cancer, dementia, all of those things. All of those things are preventable and controllable and completely treatable by just doing a low carb diet. So that's what I'm going to teach you. You'll see if you're on my teams, a lot of times there are repeaters on the teams. And I've had clients ask me about like, well, I'm on a team with 4 repeaters. Does that mean that this doesn't work for the long term? Why do I see people coming back? Why do they have to come back? And those people are coming back because we're fighting an addiction. And when the first time you do Accelerator, you realize, wow, this really is an addiction that I didn't recognize. And so people fall off the wagon, absolutely, just like any other addiction. And they recognize that this was the program that was helping them with getting rid of that addiction for good. But a lot of times it takes a person to come through a second time, a third time, even a fourth time. I have people that join every month just because they love that support and they happen to love Accelerator. So Accelerator presents all the science and it helps you understand not just why to cut the sugar, but how it actually helps you. And it'll help you understand the science of what's happening in your body. So those people that are returning to a process that works. I think of it, I use this analogy for Accelerator. It's like cutting a pathway through the jungle, right? Initially, when you look at Accelerator and you start to learn these things that were not evident to you before, weren't the science that you understood in the past, it's like you're cutting through the jungle with a machete, right? And you don't even really see the path, but you're feeling better every day. And so you just continue and you keep trying to do what you can do. And then, after Accelerator ends, a cupcake flies by and it's like squirrel and you're off track, right? And that happens to all of us. So many times people will get off track and come back to Accelerator. And that second time, okay, they've carved that machete path. The second time they come through, they are now the leader in that group. And this gives us tremendous confidence. Like, I already know what we're doing in the beginning here. And I just want to hear this message again. And I want to practice it with friends that want to be healthy like me. So each successive time you go through the program, you build that confidence and you also make that path clearer every single time. Once you walk that path so many times, you start to carve the ruts, right? Until eventually you just concrete it over and there's no going back. So that is the magic. Some people only need to do it once, and that is a promise. I say that. Some people only need to do it once because they already have a foundation, and then they learn the science, and they put they strengthen that foundation, and they can just fly. But a lot of times people need to hear it many times, especially if it's messages that they're not used to hearing or have never heard before. All right, so that's all about Accelerator, how it works, why it's successful. Part of the success is just that team support. It's so great, and the back and forth. People love the sharing and love learning from one another, and love learning from people like themselves that maybe don't know a thing about getting healthy. So, okay, how do you do it? This is the last little bit. Okay, how do you get involved this month and get the big deal? Go to my website, emergencyhealthfix.com. Right now on my website, on the very first page, you will see a big red button that says, Small Business Saturday Deal. Like, click here. Click on that button. You'll get all the details about what's happening on Small Business Saturday. And when you click on that, you'll see something that says, get in line now. This is how to set your reservation. And the reservation is just going to be a reminder for you, okay? Set a reservation for me, and it will tell me to send you a reminder on Small Business Saturday. I am going to run out of space. There's only so many people that I can do a medical assessment for through the month of December. I can get about 10 or 20 assessments in a day, okay? So I am going to run out of space, and there's a lot of people standing in line with reservations already. So set that reservation now, just so that you have a reminder. That is not a commitment, okay? It's like any other reservation, just like you would make at a restaurant. If I call you on Small Business Saturday and say, hey, you're up, I got your reservation, are you ready to purchase? You can always step out of line, okay? So just sign up to make sure that you get the reminder and you get that chance to buy. The other thing is, a lot of you are like, oh, how do I get that $80 deal? Like, it's just me, I don't have a team. Think about buying a team for yourself. You have the entire month through Christmas. I'm going to set Christmas as my deadline for when I need to know what people are on your team. So for each teammate, I do need to have an email sent to me so that I can get them the information, get the assessment done, and we can all get on the same page before we start. And our start date is January 7th. So we got a little extra time when January gets started to start looking at the information. You don't have to do it through December. You don't even have to do it after Christmas. Come January 1st, you're going to start to look at the information that I'm sending you. And you're going to start to look at that medical assessment and thinking about how you're going to make some changes. On January 7th, we launch. Okay? All right. I hope that answered all your questions about my Small Business Saturday deal. Make sure to go to emergencyhealthfix.com to sign up ahead of time and get in line. Or visit me on that day and just sign yourself up or sign up a team. And if you want to talk with me more, you can find me. If you go to my website, you'll see my email. You can always email me. I also have an Emergency Health Fix Facebook page, so you can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Instagram. If you want to see the types of things that I cook, Instagram is a great place to find me because I have loads of reels with me making healthy meals there. So if you want to know what exactly do I consider a healthy meal, it may shock you. So take a look at that. I'm also on Twitter, otherwise known as X. So you can find me there too. So I'm in a lot of places. You can find me in any of them if you have more questions before Small Business Saturday. Thanks for showing up, friends. Great seeing you all.